Alright guys, so what I showed you, the ceiling, all over the ceiling, that was transmission fluid out of this. I had pulled this line right here loose out of the top of this and didn't realize that this and that was pushing fluid, and this, I don't know, that's probably return for the fluid I guess, but anyway, I had to pull that line to get that down because we had to end up taking this whole thing down to get that out of there. And I had my daughter's boyfriend pushing this up so that we could get the thing down. Well, when I did, or had him do that, it shot up on the ceiling, literally shot up on the ceiling with such pressure. It shot, banked off that part of the roof and shot all the way over to that part of the roof, which I think there's still some up there, but I don't see it right now. But anyway, completely covered, shot all over the Camaro poster, all over the wall, all over the fan, all the way, I mean, look how far away I am from it. All over here, you can still see some of it, some of the dark colors here, all over the floor, all over my mixing table. All over this seat. You can see drops here in the floor, way over here. Shit, I'll be finding this stuff for God knows how long. I mean, it went everywhere, all over me, down all of my. So this little deal I had the other day where it shot across here and up my back, yeah, that was nothing compared to what. I mean, it literally showered this whole place. Yeah, you can see it's just all over my wheels, everywhere. All these papers that I was showing earlier, it completely went everywhere. Hell, all over my Chevelle seat. I still have, it's still all over this. I still need to clean all that off. Unbelievable. Unfreaking real. So, yeah, I think lucky for me, it didn't go that direction, but when it shot straight up and shot across there, it covered all this. I don't think it got on the TV. Doesn't look like it did. But shit, man, I don't know. There's no telling how long I'll be finding transmission fluid. It's everywhere. So I used ashes out of the fireplace and cleaned it up. That stuff works real well for any kind of fluid spill. But anyway, yeah, I'm not trying to make this video super long, but I'm just going to give you a quick rundown. We did get this one off, and we're on the way to tearing that one down. And the problem is these cylinders have to come out of the top. They can't come out because of the way this is set up here. Okay, it comes in between here. You can't pull them down and out. You have to go through the top. Well, the way my ceilings are set, I can't go straight up without breaking these down, which means I literally have to lift the whole top of that off of there. And you can see the 3 bolts or whatever, or the 3, those are actually like hex threaded bolts. But anyway, so this one is going to be an extra pain in the ass, because it has to be, because that's just the way things work, right? I mean, everything's got to be a complete pain in the ass. So that one's got the same bolts to take that off, but this little guy right here, this little motor, is screwed in here, and this block is sitting on top of this, which is what I got to take up and off, because these are actually welded. These studs are welded into here. So if I take those 3 off, this still gets in the way. So now I have to take this whole motor and everything off, these loose and all that, so that I can pull that up and off. Plus I've got all the wiring on this side, and I pulled all this loose and pulled the motor loose here. it turned into a freaking nightmare, basically. Had to unbolt all these things here to get that loose. You can see all the transmission fluid all over here. We filled, not including what's all over the floor, had went all over the shop. But yeah, and you see all the little droplets. I mean, it just went just crazy. So yeah, a little quick update. He left, and I'll continue pulling the motor and stuff loose here probably, but I'll have to have him come back over and help me lift that, because that thing, those are not light at all. So I have him pull that one, because we're going to obviously do both cylinders while I got them apart, putting all new seals in both cylinders. So, but the seals won't get here till probably next Wednesday. So I just thought I'd take this apart and have it ready and, ready to go when they got here. But you can see I moved everything around here. So I think it kept most of the stuff off of the cars because it hit that wall, and that wall up there kind of dropped. Pretty much, I don't think it went past this area. I think I don't, until I actually inspect everything. Man, I don't know. What a nightmare. That's why I waited till I got rid of his car to do this, because can you imagine if that had a transmission fluid shot all over the whole car? I'd have been sick, because from then on I've been thinking I'll never get that off enough to where there won't be fish eyes, in the paint. So all right, guys, that's going to be it. We'll call this another Murphy day. Obviously, Murphy hasn't left my shop yet. I'd be damn glad if one of you guys would take him for a while, babysit him, maybe lock him in a dungeon somewhere and throw away the key. That would be really fantastic. So if you got that capability, I would appreciate it, because he is seriously jacking with me. So, yeah, and you guys would have had a good time laughing at me, because I was up there when he was pushing up on that piston, and I mean, it went straight up and came straight just all over me. I covered my shirt, my head. I was like, really? I've taken more baths than transmission fluid in the last couple of weeks. It's ridiculous. All right, guys, so that's it. This looks like it's going to turn into at least a week or so more project. So if I can get these new cylinders, get this seal kit in and get those cylinders back in, then we'll get it back together. And I did not even, I had no clue this was going to take a complete disassembly of this lift. I had no idea. I thought, those cylinders, I could push this piston up, pull that down through, or, something like that. But these obviously are welded hardcore to that, and the only way to get them out is to come up and out. And without that ceiling to that point is probably at least 15 foot, because it's 20 foot to the peak. But these are tall, they're really tall. And so, yeah, there's no way to, without disassembling. Thank God they disassemble in the middle, because otherwise I'd have had to pull them out of the floor and lay them down to do it, which I don't want to take them out of the floor. That would suck. And they're heavy, so I'd had to get 4 or 5 people over here to help lay them down. Of course, it might have been less messy that way, but yeah, I'll be cleaning the shop for days, trying to get all this transmission fluid completely cleared up. But all right, guys, we'll see you.